morning thing. And I get, I just love listening to the Steve Harvey show in the morning. And of course it's Steve Harvey with, nephew Tommy. And then you got Shirley Strawberry and Carla and the crew. They're really cool. They have such a blast. I drive with them in the morning and I just laugh and enjoy my little run. So Shirley Strawberry has this thing called Strawberry Letters, okay? And she reads letters in the morning, and today's letter was off the chain. It's a woman whose mother married a crackhead, and this crackhead man is just turning the life of this whole family upside down. She's married and has 2 children, and she even went as far to say that her son has mentioned to her young son, that this crackhead stepfather has touched him inappropriately. So, her expression of him is that when she thinks of him, her mouth fills with vomit. That is disdain. That's disgust right there. So basically, she was just asking, what should I do? And she says, I love my mother, but my mother keeps coming to me and my husband to borrow money because they can't pay the bills because her husband's on crack and so forth and so on. And somebody mentioned something about loving from a distance. And honey, I had to get in on this loving from a distance. Not because you love someone and they may be related to you. They may be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your friend, your whatever. Even if it's your lover, your ex, your mate, your current relationship. You may love them, but you sometimes have to make the decision to love people from a distance. Because when you love people up close and personal, and you are giving them your valued love, and they constantly bring you into this state of toxicity, which means you always having some toxic situation, always some argument, always some stress, always some headache, always some disagreement, all the time. Sometimes you have to make the conscientious decision to love people from a distance. You have to love them from a distance and don't feel bad about it, okay? Sometimes you just need to seriously get your space, give yourself that needed space that you need to get your peace of mind, and don't feel bad about it. You have to sometimes love people from a distance, and that's what I'm here to tell you this morning. I'm the kind of person, my whole life, I've always put everyone that I love ahead of me. I put myself on the back burner. I put myself on the back burner for my children. I put myself on the back burner for my family. I've even done it for my friends. And then there comes a time in my life when I need somebody to put themselves on the back burner for me and elevate me. And no, we can't do that. And I've even said, but wait a second, but I remember putting you on the, front line and putting myself, well, that's you, honey. I didn't ask you to do that. Yes, honey. How many people out there have heard this? You sacrifice and do for people, and then after you do and they get, when it's time for them to give and give, they remind you, honey, that they did not ask you. They remind you very, very in your face, I ain't asked you to do that. You did that on your own, Miss Honey. I did not ask you to sacrifice. And yes, it's ungrateful, but guess what? It is what it is, because when it's all said and done, yeah, you didn't ask me to. I did it on my own free will. But there comes a time when you're going to have to really be real with yourself, be true with yourself, and say to yourself, self, I need my peace of mind. Yes, I'm putting me first. Don't feel selfish. Don't feel bad. Don't feel, don't put yourself all up in the tither because you want to put yourself first. Put yourself first. You know why? Because like I've said before, if you've ever flown on a plane, honey, and those cute little stewardess and those cute little, the male and female stewardesses, they get up there and they doing the whole thing. Back in the days, it used to be more, hands-on, this whole, before you fly on the plane, there used to be the actual stewardess that gives you this, information. But now, they're all technical. They have the recordings and so forth. They tell you, secure your own oxygen mask should something happen on that plane, secure your oxygen mask before you can secure someone else's. And that is so damn true. Because how the hell are you going to save somebody when you're dead or you can't? Hello? It's not selfish to put yourself first. It is not selfish to love from a distance. So my advice to you today, sit down and think about the relationships that you may have to put in that loving from a distance category, and do it. And do it. Okay? And I would say this, loving from a distance is a big difference from hating up close and personal. Because there's a lot of people that's in your face, they hate you anyway. And they all in your face. And guess what? They have the nerve to be saying, I love you, I care. They don't care, please. They don't give a damn. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I gotta keep it real. You know, I have to tell you, this is a slight disclaimer here. A slight disclaimer. Nothing's Impossible is definitely letting you know that the opinions on my channel are the sole opinion of Nothing's Impossible 77. Okay? It is not that of any other channel or anyone else. So, if you don't agree with me, you have every right to. Okay? However, this is how I feel. These are my opinions. I think I'm going to sign out with that. And with that, I'll say, you know, love yourself. Be good to yourself. Value yourself. Never feel bad about loving you. Okay? Never feel bad about it. And get rid of those relationships that's causing you stress, raising your pressure, giving you stress headaches, and all kinds of things. It's not worth it. Love from a distance if you need to. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Peace and love.